is called Are You Sexually Compatible? So we're going to have a quick, hopefully fun look, very simply, into whether you are compatible sexually. So you've got 3 piles to choose from: pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and we'll have a quick look to see whether you are or not. Right, let's get going. Pile number 1 first. Here we go. Pile number 2 there. Right, very simple spreads today. So just basically ask a very basic question and hopefully get a very straightforward basic answer. So are you sexually compatible? Okay. Right, to start off with, I think that you come across as the stronger, more intense person. You are somebody who feels strong desires, and you do a lot of thinking about it, and you only like to tell people or express your desires once you feel comfortable with them. You have this energy of almost like a very not reserved, but it's, you don't like to be made a fool of. You are somebody who probably keeps themselves to themselves and feels so strongly that to release this sort of information to somebody who could possibly misuse it is your worst nightmare. You like to be in charge of situations. You may have almost like a slight control issues. And I don't mean the fact that you need to tell people what to do or you've got OCD, but almost it's like a defensive. You like to know what's coming next. You're the type of person, possibly when you've been drinking, that you are, say if you go out drinking, all your friends are drunk or you're a bit drunk, you're still aware of what's going on around you, and you're the one that knows the number of the taxi. You're the one that basically can spot in a room somebody who might be slightly dodgy and when to pull your friends out. You have that energy around you, but you are very passionate. You're very passionate and do a lot of thinking about somebody before you take the plunge. Or you like to know that you're, whatever you're gambling on, is there's going to be some sort of comeback. They come across as not such a strong energy, but a mixture of hard-working, emotional. It's like a balance here, but not the strength of yours. It's somebody who likes to work hard at a situation, whoever they're with. They likes to work hard. Basically, somebody who works hard in work and is prepared to work hard in a relationship. They like to have a good time. They're probably very good at being sociable. When they're out, they're probably very glib, very good with their words. They're probably very sort of just enjoy group interactions. But they also are very quick to get into a fight. If there's something that's annoying them, they're not somebody who's going to keep their feelings to themselves. They will express it. They probably enjoy that little bit of competition and conflict. So you've got a balanced person here, but who's not coming across as, you're basically a power pack compared to them. I wasn't going to do this. I've actually changed the spread and I'm doing it. So this is how you two come across probably to each other. I'm going to now put a little bit on top to see your inner workings. So this is a little bit more sexual. Okay, Right, let me just move these around a bit to make more sense to me. Actually, no, I'm not going to keep them as they are. I think that sexually your person has some sort of anxiety, slight anxiety. It's not a huge issue. It's some sort of anxiety how they are actually going to perform, whether they are actually, you know, good at what they're doing, or whether they can please you, or just generally maybe a body image thing. There's just a slight anxiety there. But also this person, I think, is extremely loving. So he's the type of person when you're together will make you feel emotionally fulfilled. There'll be somebody that probably touches you a lot, somebody that holds you, just somebody that makes you feel like you're wanted. They also are, I know this is like a sexual addition to the information, but there's somebody who likes to watch from a distance. I would have thought this person probably becomes quite excited at the thought of sorry, I was bypassed by these four legs here. Somebody who likes to watch from a distance to see, that probably excites them, just looking and watching you. So I wouldn't surprise me if this person quite enjoys looking in a sexual context, you know, sort of getting changed, take clothes on, clothes off, may even like you to be slightly half dressed, just because they need the visual stimulation. But this person has a very tender and big heart. There's somebody who likes to feel involved. I don't think this person would say no to more than two people in a situation either. But there is a slight sort of body image. I'm getting body image here, or some slight anxiety. It might not be body, just maybe just a little shyness in the initial stages. Now you are coming across as a mixture here. You are coming across as somebody who loves new beginnings, somebody who's very good at becoming enthralled at the beginning of a love affair. You have passion and you know how to use it. You know how to get the best out of a situation. You just love starting new relationships, but you have a sort of innocence about you. So together in a relationship, you may also, I'm not saying you play the coy sort of part, but it may be something that you automatically slip into, and this person who's got the King of Cups here feels a protective sort of instinct towards you. I do think, before I put the last spread on for how you both coagulate together, I do think that you are the more passionate. You, I think, have more primal instincts, where they are more emotional, more prepared to put the hard work in, and have a slight anxiety about them. I would assume it's something to do with just how they're, well, just generally, you know, when you're with somebody, there's always that sort of thought of whether you're going to actually fit together. You definitely seem as if you're more passionate. Now I'm going to put some cards down. I'm going to put 6 cards at the bottom for how you basically mesh together, and keeping in mind that you have a really, really strong sexual vibe about you. But I do think that, you know, you're the type of person that loves falling in love. You like almost a little bit of control, and you like to control your desire a little bit. But I wonder whether this person may be somebody who could perhaps make you feel more at ease with that. And you could almost, I do think you probably slip into the sort of submissive role a little bit. I don't mean submissive as in, like, you know, sexually, the sexual meaning of it, but just the general, you don't mind this person taking the lead. And I think this person possibly could take the lead, especially emotionally. They will make you feel as if you're loved in a sexual situation, and they're prepared. They're not a lazy lover. But I do think this person is quite a visual person. I do think they would like to watch you, or even, you know, even the leading up to having sex. I think they would like to be visually stimulated. Let's just see how you two mesh together then. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, this bottom spread is how you basically come together. It seems to be all about the woman. This man, I think, wouldn't surprise me, whether the fact he's got the King of Cups here, he's got an emotional sort of feel about him, whether he's got a lot of water in him like a Cancer, where he's prepared to work hard to make you feel good. It doesn't ring to me of somebody who's like a selfish, rough lover. It's more something like a dog. It's somebody who likes the woman in the situation, or the more feminine in the situation, to feel good. I'm still picking up a sort of a slight defensiveness, and I'm still thinking this is from you. It's almost as if you need the other person to prove themselves. You almost have a sort of Leo feel about you, where you're very proud and you're not somebody who likes to let go of yourself unless you feel very loved. So this person could be a good person for you, or unless you feel as if you are not going to get hurt. I think the fire and the passion in you is probably something that that is probably on your side. And the fact, if you are slightly defensive, I do think that the passion inside you and the need to just basically fall in love and show your love is very strong, that could work in your favour to override any slight sort of anxieties from you. This person seems more openly anxious, as in they would let you know that they're feeling a bit nervous, while you seem as if it's more self-protective deep inside yourself. You have this passion and you have this fire, but there's this control. I'm not going to show my desire because it's so big. It feels so overwhelming. I'm not going to show you unless I think that you're a safe bet. I think the pair of you together, your sexual encounter could be very playful. You're both prepared to put the work in. I have a feeling that the female in this situation is the one that's going to feel almost like a queen. This person is somebody who's prepared to put the effort into it, and you're both prepared to, and I think that's where your passion will be very welcomed, because this person wants to make you feel good. So if you did feel as if you could release any anxieties or shyness, I don't get shy from you. It's more a case of you don't want somebody to hurt you. You're almost like, I think when you get together sexually, it's almost like a slow burner. It's not sort of explosive, or it's like a slow burning passion that you both put the work in, but this person puts the emotional work in here. Yours is just straightforward passion. Theirs is almost like a warmth, an underlying warmth that they will put into it, and you're both prepared to put the hard work in. Right, that's basically all I'm seeing. So to sum you both up, your person is prepared to put the hard work in. They are quite emotional, but they want you to feel good. They're very aware, especially if this is a male, they're very aware of how they want the female to feel at ease. They want you to feel like a queen. Even they're prepared to overcome their anxieties, and they're definitely a very visual person. I'm picking that up quite strongly, that they like to see what's happening. And you, on the other hand, are coming across as a strong personality, somebody who doesn't like to release control. And probably the reason is that you're extremely passionate and you want to choose who you release yourself on. Okay, and I think when you get together, it will be loving, or it is loving. The anxiety is almost overridden, and you're both prepared to have fun and work together to make the situation what you both need. Okay, pile number one. I hope that helps. Doesn't disappoint you. Thank you for watching. Right, pile number two. Are you sexually compatible? Let's have a look. This is going to be them. This is going to be you. I'm just going to generally just get 3 cards to give me an overview of your energies or personalities, and then we'll probably get a little bit more in depth about sort of the sexual chemistry, what each gives out, and how you will both be together. Okay. Right, their energy comes across as somebody who you're not going to miss in a crowd. They like to be noticed, and they are very aware of the power that they have over, if it's women or men. I don't know what sex or which sex you're after, but they are very aware of how sexy they are. I've got a funny feeling that this person is somebody who's very good at communicating, very good at flirting, very good at banter, and has a lot of admirers. But they're also somebody who's very quick to have a fight. Not they don't go out looking for it, but I'm feeling that if somebody is slightly sharp with them, they're not somebody who would keep quiet. Just the general feeling I'm getting from your person is that there are a lot of women around them. If it's a male, switch it. If not, there's a lot of women around them who finds your man or woman attractive. And they know it, but I don't think they do much about it. They just quite enjoy the attention, but it's almost as if they like to play with it in their head rather than actually, bring it into reality. I think it's almost the feeling of, yeah, I know that I'm reasonably good looking, I just don't think about it. That fiery sort of thing, when somebody's good looking, it doesn't bother them. They just want to get on with it. Okay, you are coming across as somebody who's extremely warm and extremely passionate, but almost as if you have a slight... It's you've either been hurt in the past and you still hold on to that, so you're not really prepared to show somebody your heart until you're really confident, or you have you could possibly have a slight negative body image. I'm thinking the former, but it could be either. You are... this makes me quite sad because you've got the strength card here, so you're somebody who is very warm and very giving, and I think something's hurt you. I don't know whether it is the way that you feel that you look like, not how you look, but how you feel. There might be a lack of confidence in your body or in relationships. If it's relationships, it may be something to do with the past, where you've been hurt in the past. The Ace of Swords speaks to me of somebody who is very good at talking and is very direct in their speech, and who likes to know the truth. You don't like somebody who is going to bullshit you. You don't like somebody who talks crap. You want somebody to be straight and direct with you. That you're a strong person, and you expect it back, and you expect openness in conversations. But with you, there's this slight tinge. This is a major arcana, so to be honest, you come across as strength, which is a lovely card to have. It's like the Leo, but there's almost that defensive bit. You don't cheat on a Leo, and if you have been cheated on in the past, I can see if the cards, don't talk shit, that that it may still be plaguing you a little bit. You will not take any crap or flirting behaviour in front of you. You're somebody who's proud. This person, just looking at the dynamics between both of the spreads here, now this person, if they've got lots of people around them and they are somebody who is very attractive, I think that you may know that, and you don't want somebody who's going to use, I don't think this person will, who's going to use that against you. They've got the Page of Swords. It's almost, they like direct speech. They wouldn't muck you about. They would tell you where you stand, or you both fit together, and you admire that. You like the truth. Okay, let's have a look a little bit deeper. Are these the cards I'm using? No, they're not. Which ones am I using? Oh, this one. Okay. let's have a little look at how you come across in a more personal situation, or more in your more sexual sort of style, or how you come across. Just get a strong feeling that lots of people are attracted to your person. But if you have the Strength card here, that type of person needs somebody who's confident. And I've got a feeling that you, even if sometimes with this Five of Cups, you may not feel inwardly confident, deep down you know your worth. And this person's probably spotted this, and it's probably found it very attractive. Right, okay. Oh my gosh. Right, okay. These are strange cards. They come across in more personal situations as somebody who likes to give. So there's somebody who's very aware of your needs and what you may need, and they really want you to feel good. I also pick that this person is quite sensual. So there's somebody that can read the situation and knows your personality, what you like, almost in a sort of psychic sense, and they will put the effort in and work towards you to try and make you happy. With the King of Pentacles here as well, I think this person is quite sexual. They're quite there's not I don't pick shyness up from this person's pile at all. It's almost as if in that sort of earthy way that, you know, sex is natural, and I've got quite a strong sex drive, and I'm prepared to make you feel good, and I'm prepared to read the situation, and let's get down to it. There's not a tentative approach in this person. It's as if everything is quite natural. There's no seediness. There's no sort of anything to make you feel, unless you're after some sort of kink. There's nothing to make you feel as if there's something underhand here. It's almost like a strong, straightforward sexual approach that's going to give and is kind, but almost, in fact, the only bit that's quite scary is this person's coming across as being very intuitive. I can't say this word, intuitive. They will be able to read what you want, and they will feel confident because you've got the King card here that they can provide you with that. I think that this person is kind and giving, and sex to them is like second nature. It's not something they see as different from everyday life. It's almost as if I feel desire and I want to have sex with you, and that's the way it's going to go. Now you, on the other hand, are coming across as a bit of a dichotomy here. You almost as if you have almost you're quite traditional. Oh my lord, sexually traditional. You almost like you could be somebody who likes to have an established relationship before you have sex, or just somebody who doesn't like to go too much outside your boundaries until you're secure with somebody. I have a feeling that this may be tied in with the feeling that you need to feel strong love before you relax with somebody. There is almost like an inward anxiety when you get close to somebody that you may not be accepted. And I don't know if this is how you think you feel physically, or you look physically, or whatever, but amongst this, there is that there is this sort of dual nature, is the fact that you're coming across as quite fiery as well. So you have passion inside you, and you're somebody who likes to have a good time, and you're somebody who's very passionate. But you're a more complex character. You're somebody who it's almost like this person needs to make, not in a manipulative way, needs to make the right steps before you can relax with them. And then this is when, after they've done this is when they've made you feel secure, you know, that they're not too out there. Because I don't get this pile is like extremely kinky or anything, I don't know. It's almost as if then you will release your more passionate side. You've got the Strength card here. It's almost as if you're hiding that desire, but it's very strong inside you. And the Queen of Wands, I mean, look at the card. It's just basically she, you know, she doesn't mind letting her hair down and kicking back. But I've got a funny feeling that you are somebody who needs to feel secure before that happens. Let me put some cards out to see how you mesh together. Okay. Right, going back to these spreads and trying to interpret what I have here, I am still picking up as if the female in this relationship needs to feel secure before they are able to show their true colours. I think together you are somebody, the pair of you are somebody who likes a lot of fun and flirting before things move on. And with to go this traditional card here, which is basically your sort of your arena over here, I do think that where if you fantasize about having sex with this person, or they do with you, it's normally in the confines of a building, like a house or a celebration or some sort of work situation. I don't know whether this has actually happened or whether this is fantasy. I haven't got any fantasy cards here, so this might actually be what's happened. And it's almost as if when you've got together, it's been in a building and in a work situation, and it may have been preceded by a huge amount of silly banter. See, I'm picking up, I'm going to move these cards around. I'm picking up something totally different from the other piles, when I was just hoping to read your sexual natures, I suppose. But it's almost as if I feel like something's already happened, and I'm wondering whether you have got together or you have flirted a lot in some sort of building, some sort of work situation. It could be a wedding, could be somewhere where you've got together. And I was going to say that I get the traditional feeling that if you did have sex, you would want it to be in a bed, lying down, as in, you know, more traditional sort of, because you've got the Four of Wands here, which is like a four-poster bed. You've got the Four of Swords here, which is basically somebody lying down. Now that might ring true. If it's not that, what I'm picking up is the fact that you have already had a sexual encounter, or definitely a flirting situation. Could be connected with work, could be connected, as I said earlier, with some sort of celebration or building, or just somewhere where you've been together. And this flirting has basically resulted in you feeling sad. I don't want to be looking at this as if it's something that's happened, so I don't know whether that rings true or not. Let me have. I think that this person is somebody who is very attractive and knows it. A lot of people are attracted to them, and I wonder whether you have. I'm going down the wrong road here, because this is supposed to be how you dwell, and now I'm looking at something that might have happened between you. And you have this sort of don't muck with me, know who I am, and then it's almost like a Leo energy, like, don't muck with me. I like things straight. I like you to be direct. And then you have got together in some situation, and it's not actually left you feeling the best. I'm going to leave that there, because I don't know if that might just apply to one person or nobody. So I'm going to go back now and read your sexual energy. This person thinks they are very attractive, and probably is very attractive. They are very good at reading women. They're very good at putting in the work to make the woman feel good, and they have a natural sort of charismatic, earthy energy around them. You are somebody who's direct and has a interpret the cards with the pictures too, depending on whichever set it is. But you know, she looks upset, and this Six of Swords here, although it's like moving away to calmer waters, it's almost as if there's two ways I'm looking at these cards here. Now I wonder whether this person, if you did have a sexual encounter or have had a sexual encounter, this could work two ways. Either afterwards you would feel as if you needed to walk away from the situation, or this is the first thought I had, because you've got the Eight of Swords here, which is almost like bound by your own thoughts, that this person has a sort of healing energy about them. Because I have this like King of Pentacles, which is very sort of earthy and relaxed. You've got the High Priestess, which is very soft and sensual, and you know, knows basically how to make you feel good, and the Magician. And this Six of Swords here, it's almost as if this inner anxiety that you may have, and this feeling of being such a combination of traditional and wild, and that they may make you feel as if everything's okay, as in it's like a healing energy, because these two look like girls are going across from more turbulent waters to the calmer waters, and the man's taking them. So I'm just wondering whether this person, it will be very good for you in the fact they will accept your sexual nature and the combination that you have there or may have there as being totally natural, because that's, you know, this man is or woman is all about natural. Right, I'm going to wrap that up there. I don't want to repeat myself too much, but just to say, with both piles, I've almost picked up that the person having the reading has a slight, very slight, they're like strong piles with almost like what I'm picking up is a slight anxiety about sex, or just something, just a tiny, tiny bit, which I think everybody must have, but that's what I'm picking up. But I don't think with this person here, I think this person would accept you for your strength and your warmth and your passion. And even if you have got a mixture of traditional with you, you know, that mixture is so attractive to somebody who has this sort of King of Pentacles energy. They don't want to be whipped with a paper bag on their head. This person probably just wants passion in a very down-to-earth, natural way. Okay, I'm going to finish there. Thank you very much for watching pile number 2. And hopefully come back and join me again. Right, pile number 3. Let me see, pile number 3. Let's just, this side's going to be them and this is going to be you. So let's just see your general energy for both of you, and then we'll look a bit more personal. 8, okay, 10. Oh my gosh. Okay, I was going to change those then, because I thought, because I picked them out of different piles, I thought, hold on, have I? Let me just see. No, I thought I might have put, for some reason, all my swords together, but I haven't. So this person's energy is bizarre. It's coming up as quite anxious, hurt, verbally attacked. And this is bizarre energy because I haven't even got like a Knight of Cups or anything here, just even a person. And also somebody who can be very direct in their speech or has been hurt. So I can't even read this energy at the moment. It's as if this person is in pain. So to read their personality, I can't, because I don't think this is their personality. I think this is something transient that's happened, and this person is in a bit of pain at the moment, or upset, or something has ended. You are coming across as somebody who has worked hard at a situation and it has exploded in your face, but you are somebody who is very loving in an almost innocent, not childlike, but almost as in somebody who just loves being in love. I'm going to put some cards on this person. I don't know what that is, what's going on there. It's a really strange pile. Let me find out a little bit about the other person. So you are coming across as somebody who works hard. You prepare to work hard in relationships. I've got a funny feeling you've either been really burnt in a relationship or this relationship, but you have a naturally very loving nature about you. This person just looks like something's happened. Like an anxiety, a tension, you know, there's a situation which feels like it's ended and has been awful, but they're almost as if they're not looking at what really is going on, and there's a need to communicate, or the fact that the communication that they have had has been painful. Yeah, there's just like this man or woman is feeling really down and out at the moment. This is not. I'm going to pack upside down. This is what I'm thinking from these cards. I wonder whether the person that you're asking about is aware of another man in the relationship who has put some effort in and found out that it's not really paying off, and they're having to approach the relationship in a more logical fashion. I'm not going to go deeper into that. I'm just going to carry on. Let me just go and see. Let's go on to the actual answering the question. I'll go back to that. It might become clearer. So how are you sexually compatible? Let's have a look at this person, this man or woman's sexual energy. Yours. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going to start with yours first because it's really nice. It's you are somebody who is very open, very giving, very expressive. I don't get a shy feeling from you. I don't get the feeling there's any anxiety behind how you let's say perform sexually, but you know, or any sexual contact at all. You are feisty and you like passion. You don't want somebody who's hiding under the bedclothes. You don't want somebody who's got a very sort of narrow mind about sexual encounters. You are not afraid to experiment. You are somebody who wants fire, movement and passion. You want somebody open, and you need somebody to be as expressive as you are. Your person over here will match you in their energy, in the fact that they are somebody who is giving and open and likes things to move forward, but they also have this energy of being quite strongly intuitive. I can't say that word. Intuitive. What the bloody hell? They are, and I don't know whether this would turn you off, only you'll be able to say, but they are somebody who is quite subtly able to read what you want. So if you are passionate and if you like to be adventurous, this person will give you that because they will read you. They're somebody who's very aware of the other person in the relationship, and I think this person is very sensual. They're somebody who needs to talk. They will need communication. This may be something you may need to work on, because you are just basically one ball of fire here. I'm not even saying that you've got fire in your chart. I bet you have. But you're definitely passionate. This person can match you as they're quite a strong character, but there's a sensual part of them which that you may not like, because you like what you're doing, what you're thinking about. Get on with it. And they may like to touch and feel and take things slower than you. And you could possibly, I don't think so, because you seem to be very open and almost fun-loving way, you could possibly be the one that gets out of bed or finishes the situation and is ready to move on a lot quicker than they are when they are still basically still in feeling mode. You need to talk to this person. This person needs conversation to feel relaxed. I'm wondering whether looking at your energy here and the fire and the fun inside you, whether you're attracted to this person. I wonder whether they're quite Sagittarius in a way, but I have a feeling that you're maybe attracted to them because they seem quite open and adventurous. They may like to travel. They may be quite open sexually. They might be open to all different types of sexual encounters. But I wonder whether this person at the moment is going through a difficult time, which doesn't change their inner personality, but may just change the way that it's expressed at the moment. Right, I'm going to do some cards now to how you actually will be when you get together, how you both will be together. Your energy is fun. Your energy is lovely. It's, you know, just how kids would. No, that's wrong. I can't go down that one. It's basically how a childlike nature would be in a grown-up body. As in, like, we're just having sex. It's fun. Da 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 da. That sort of feeling, rather than just overthinking things. You know, you're quite passionate and intense. Magician. Okay, I need to change them around for it to make sense to me. Okay, this is a really strong, but your energy together is quite strong. 7. Okay, this is what I'm getting from both of you together. There is a strong, almost fantasy part in your sexual encounter. I don't know whether it's either you like to fantasize or you both fantasize before you get together. There is a very experimental feel about this pile, definitely more so than pile 1 or 2. It's almost as if you're open to lots of different types of encounters, and you don't mind how many people might be in a relationship, you don't mind what's brought into a relationship to spice it up. And I don't know whether the fantasy is basically, it could be role play. I don't know. This pile is totally different because we don't have to talk about this with the other 2 piles. You know, you don't mind role play. I've got a funny feeling you don't mind other people in the situation with you. There's a very free-flowing, open vibe about this one. It's a strong pile because you have a mixture of of a couple here who have strong affection for each other, and that is not going to be missed when you're in contact with each other. That feeling will be there, as if you're meant to be together, and you won't feel, I don't think this person, when you know, if you are together, when you're close together, I don't think this person will feel shut out by your passion here. There's definitely not a desire, there's definitely the way that you two are able to keep your sexual relationship on the boil is very good. I didn't say that very well, but you've got the Magician card and you've got the Lovers here. So the Magician is all about knowing what they've got in the bag and how to use it. So I just basically asked the experimental feel about this. I do think, though, that you are both able to pull in your attraction and also combine your emotional energy with it too. The only negative thing I can find, and this is me really searching here amongst this pile, because you've got 3 major arcana cards here. If I pull them up, can you see them? You can't see them, okay. If I pull them up here, you can see that you've got 3 major arcana here. So, you know, when you get together, it will be something that leaves a lasting impression on you both. I do think that it's quite a strong pile, so definitely what you put in to this, you know, encounter or your sexual relationship as a whole is what you're going to get out. As in, you are 2 people together that probably need to keep things moving. You will get bored if you have the same sexual encounter every night at 7 o'clock. You know what I mean? That sort of, you don't want routine. there's a real strong fantasy element in this, and also I think that you may also be open to sex in different places, sex with different type of people. There's not a prudish pile. I do think though, amongst all this passion, there is also a very, very slight possibility, and I think it's more from this person, of feeling slightly anxious. Maybe that they don't feel, maybe that the connection doesn't show them the love that they feel, or there's I don't know. I'm thinking I'm still back to this pile here. This person to me feels as if they're going through an anxious time anyway. So I do think that although the sex will be fantastic, and I do think you are quite a bohemian, open pile, I do think that there could also be, this is a minor part of it, but I do think, and definitely from this person's point of view, there could almost be a slight anxiety with how you get together. Whether after they've actually done something and stretched themselves out of their comfort zone, that they might also revert back into childhood impulses or childhood sort of fears. Okay, well, I'm going to finish there because I think that's sort of, I just read the pile as best as I possibly could. You're extremely passionate. You really like to, I would guess, you like to have fun. Your person comes across as being a difficult time at the moment, but I think maybe Sagittarius will have some sort of a strong sexual nature, but also needs a little more of different things than you do, as in they're probably quite sensual as well, and able to, they will need to conversation to stimulate them. But when you get together, it's a powerful impact. Very different from the first two piles. So I'll be really interested to know whether that this fits you more than them, whether you are really open. I would love to know your astrological makeup, if that is so, and whether your person is Sagittarius sort of, or fire as well, because I've got a funny feeling there'll be a mixture of something a little bit more introverted as long as fiery. Okay, right, pile number 3. I hope that helps in some way whatsoever, and I hope some of that rings true. Remember to take it with a pinch of salt, because if there's more than 2 people watching, different things apply, and just treat it as an overheard conversation between somebody who's a similar nature than you, and just pick out the bits that resonate with you. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again. Bye.